Hello students, our today's topic is students' preparation, handling and controlling the class attendance system. Here comes an introduction. Management is the process of reaching organizational goals by working with and through other people and other organizational resources. Classroom management and discipline are very important parts of teaching. In any given class, we may have 6 students with special needs, 2 students needing to make up work, 4 disruptive students, 3 students with attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder, that is ADHD, 4 students without books or homework, 5 without a pencil and 2 without notebook paper, and that's on a good day. Anyone can see why we might collapse without something to support us. That something is classroom management. Well, it is very important to know our subject. We would not be able to teach all the wonderful things that we know without classroom management and discipline. Classroom management is the way we arrange our class. We must think about every aspect of the lesson, routines, procedures, a multitude of interactions and a discipline in the classroom. Now let's discuss on students' preparation. The students must be properly dressed for physical education classes. In the present school education system, the students have a uniform which is not suitable to activity classes. But a complete change of dress in the school may not be possible as it is done in the Western countries for physical education classes. The uniform should be such which doesn't hamper their participation in physical activities. Preparing students with a more rigorous curriculum of the new Common Core is one step of preparing students to graduate from college. But is there more we should be doing? Number 1. Time in the classroom. With the increased rigor of the new Common Core curriculum, teachers need more time to instruct their students because of the No Child Left Behind. Activities like teachers' advisory, classrooms, serving only the lowest 10% of the students have become the focus. Teaching to the lowest common denominator doesn't help those with low skills. In fact, everyone's instruction suffers. Identifying why a specific student is struggling and addressing that problems with remedial classes. Tutoring or incentives to attend regularly is a better approach. Number 2. Preparing students with learning skills. Most colleagues expect students to know how to listen to a lecture and take notes, how to read a textbook independently and identify the main points, how to create a coherent composition on demand, to have mastered mathematical skills through basic algebra and geometry, to exhibit an ability to manage their time and behavior well enough to study and complete assignments in a timely manner. Furthermore, lecturing is not the most effective method to deliver instruction. Students lose interest quickly and fall asleep or play on their cell phones. Teachers and administrations need to help students develop note-taking and listening skills by practicing them. Students need to write and read in every discipline. Number 3. Homework. The homework should be relevant and meaningful, even though having a part-time job teaches responsibility. keep the hours low so the student can invest enough time on his academic career. Athletics also should be limited to an hour after school to enable the students to complete his academic studies. Parents who complain need to understand that properly preparing a student for a future will mean he or she will be able to more successfully support him or her financially if that student has prepared himself or herself for the rigors of college education. Number 4. Financial investments. Investments college is not cheap. The financial burden to an economically strapped family can seem overwhelming. There are financial aid available such as scholarships, loans and grants. If a student works hard, he can alleviate part of the financial burden by taking advanced placement classes, concurrent enrollment, that is taking college classes while completing high school courses, or completing online college classes while still in high school. Keeping his grade point average high and participating in activities like debate, drama, speech, sports or the arts could help the student qualify for scholarships. Grants and loans are available for students with low income. Number 5. To map a pathway to a future. A good teacher helps students find the roads of their future and show them how they might achieve them. Many students are just afraid to leave the comfort of high school and move on to college. Many students are the first generation to attend college and their parents fear of losing their child to a straight wall in which they have no experience. And many students lack the first step to their future. Now, handling and controlling the class. Every class has to be controlled and kept quiet for proper and effective teaching and learning. If the class is of small children, then the attention of the student can't be drawn. There are more problems in controlling the class at the primary level than at the higher level. It is always a challenge for the teacher to meet the class for the first time. He may be overexcited or nervous. To gain self-control, he should prepare himself well about the topic or activity to avoid any confusion. He should control his emotions and actions by thinking that he knows better than the student. He should have confidence in his abilities and knowledge. Assemble the class at most suitable place and teach by demonstration and explanation. The teacher must use suitable audiovisual teaching aids. He should simplify the topic or the skill so that the student can understand and learn easily. The teacher should always make use of simple and proper language for both theory and practical classes. The teacher must be punctual and regular to the classes. He must take attendance quickly by not wasting the time unnecessarily. He should be friendly, fair, tolerant, polite, but firm. At the same time, don't allow anybody to take your undue advantage. He should not be harsh to the students. Always motivate the children to do better and better use positive language in teaching and maintain a sense of humor. Meet the first challenge of indiscipline with determination. In case of doubt, say nothing. Remember that most of the students want to obey the teacher most of the time. Never consider pranks by the student in the class as a personal insult. No students dare or wishes to insult the teacher without any reason. The 7 rules handling difficult students. Number 1. Don't question. It's normal for teachers to force explanations from difficult students as a form of accountability, but asking why and demanding a response from them almost always ends in resentment. An angry student who dislikes their teacher never improve their classroom behavior. Number 2, don't argue. When we argue with difficult students, it puts them on equal footing with us, creating a our word against theirs situation. This negates the effects of accountability. It also opens the floodgates. Everybody will be arguing with us. Number 3, don't lecture, scold or yell. Lecturing, scolding and yelling will cause the students to dislike the teacher. But when we direct or diatribe towards one particular student, it can be especially damaging. Creating friction between the teacher and his or her most challenging students virtually guarantees that their behavior will worsen. Number 4, don't give false praise. Teachers often shower difficult students with praise for doing what is minimally expected. But because these students can look around at their fellow classmates and know that it's a shame, false praise doesn't work. Instead, give only meaningful, heartfelt praise based on true accomplishment. Number 5, don't hold a grudge. Every day is a new day should be our mantra with difficult students. They need to know that they have a clean slate to start each day, and so do us. To that end, say hello, smile and let them know we are happy to see them first thing every morning. Number 6, don't lose our cool. When we let students get under our skin and we lose emotional control, even if it's just a shine and an eye roll, we become less effective. Our likability drops, classroom tension rises, and when difficult students discover they can push our buttons, they will try as often as they can. Number 7, don't ignore misbehavior. Given that there is an audience of other students, ignoring misbehavior will not make it go away. It will only make it worse. Instead, follow our classroom management plan as it's written. If a difficult student breaks a rule, no matter how trivial, enforce it immediately. Now, attendance system. Attendance of students in physical education classes should be taken for maintaining regularity in the classes. The attendance system should be accurate and quick. There are 5 methods of taking attendance, out of which the teacher should select the best one which is suitable to the occasion. Some of the methods are as follows. Number 1, attendance by the class leader or monitor. In this system, the appointed student leader takes the attendance of the students before the teacher arrives into the class and reports to him about the total strength of the student, number of absentees, number of students present, and the reason for absence. However, the teacher should ensure the sincerity of the class leader. Number 2, calling roll number by the teacher. In this system, the name of the students are arranged in alphabetical order and then allotted a roll number in sequence. The teacher calls the roll numbers and notes down the absentees. Number 3, calling names by the teacher. Instead of call numbers, the teacher calls the names of the students. This system is similar to the above, but it takes a bit more time. However, students like the system because there is a personal intimacy developed when their first name are called. Number 4, students calling out their roll number in turn. This method is very quick. Their teacher notes down the roll number who doesn't speak out, and next roll numbers start from there. However, For using the system, the roll number should be sequenced and there should not be missing roll numbers in between. Number 5. Self-checking system or checking by observation. In this system, students are allotted particular place to sit or stand and teacher notes down the empty space. In this system, the students should not their places. This system is more suitable for small size classes. Now here comes the conclusion of today's topic. It may be concluded that classrooms are the primary units where the future citizens of the country are trained, educated, and enabled to meet the new challenges of life. The group interaction and group dynamics prevailing in the classroom help in molding their personality. To a great extent, classroom climate and their environment determine the effectiveness of the teaching-learning process. Thus, managing the classroom is one of the most important functions of a teacher. It is, in fact, a major responsibility, as the quality of his teaching depends upon the way he organizes, manages, directs, and controls the class. The teacher should possess adequate skills for organizing the classroom activities in a planned and disciplined manner. This much for today. Thank you so much.